When it's time to get your transmission rebuilt and your case is cracked, your core may be rejected by the builder. Personally, I don't accept cracked cases. There's nothing I can do with them. I can't rebuild them and resell them. That's for sure. What I'll do is I'll turn my customers out to Craigslist and Marketplace, try to point them in the right direction to find their own good core to bring in. So I'm going to make this little video here to help you in your search, and I'm going to point out a bunch of differences that you'll hopefully be able to notice just through the pictures. So looking at the front here, you can see an obvious difference in the bell housing. The gas unit on the right, the 7.3 on the left. The 7.3 is a much larger bell housing. You can see the top two bolts are much further apart on the 7.3 than they are on the gas unit. It's just a much smaller bell housing on the gas unit on the right. The starter is also in a different location. And this cutout here, this is for the inspection cover for the 7.3. The gas units don't have that. They got that hole down there, which usually has a rubber plug in it. May or may not have that. But you can see there's a major difference here in the bell housing bolt pattern between the two. Now the 7.3 bolt pattern is unique to the 7.3. It does not work on 6.0. It does not work on anything else. The gas unit on the right is the modular bolt pattern. Now that's good for the 4.6, the 5.4, and the 6.8. It's all the same bolt pattern. It's the same case. That would bolt up to any of them. So if you're trying to replace a cracked case from your gas truck, you can use one from a V10, a 5.4. They're interchangeable for the cases. The internals are slightly different among the gas units, but the case is going to be the same. All right, so here's the view from the top. I'm going to show you different views because you never know what kind of pictures the seller is going to provide. So from the top here, again, you can note the difference in the size of the bell housing. You can see these bolt holes, how they're much further apart on the diesel than they are on the gas. There's a difference in the stiffening ribs because of the difference in the bolt holes, so the stiffening ribs have to be in different places. On the 7.3, it's got this one here that kind of diminishes as it goes aft. It blends into the case. The gas unit does not have that. All right, so let's take a look at the driver's side here. Again, differences in the stiffening ribs. The 7.3 has this sort of alligator mouth kind of thing here straddling this bolt hole. The 6.8 doesn't. It's got a bunch of different ones there. So there's some differences here on the stiffening ribs. On the passenger side, more of the same. Differences in the stiffening ribs. Here you can also see, get a better view of the different location of the starter. Now also on the 7.3, the starter does not bolt to the transmission case. On the gas engines, it does. The reason for this is because the 7.3 uses a 1-inch aluminum plate in between the transmission and the engine. That's how they were able to get the ZF6 to work with it. The ZF6 does not use that. So that's basically a spacer plate where the holes for the threaded holes for the starter exist. So there's nothing here except for this clearance bulb for the starter gear. Whereas on the gas unit, it bolts directly into the case. And our last shot here at the bottom from underneath, again, you can see on the left for the 7.3 unit, you can see the cutout for the inspection cover. The gas unit on the right does not have it, it just has that hole. And some more differences in stiffening ribs. Everything aft of where the pump is mounted, which the pump would live right in here. Everything aft of that is going to be the same between the two. So there's some information for you, probably more than you wanted to know, but I'm just trying to help you get the case that you need and get your truck back on the road.